Hello my friends, and welcome to another video. I hope you have all had a lovely start to March so far. I'm excited to be sharing my fourth vlog here with you. It's going to be a bit of a shorter one as I've had a bit of a crazy month so far, which also included me getting the flu last week. I'm not sure if you can hear it in my voice, but I was very sick. I honestly haven't been that sick in a long time, but it did make me realize that I need to prioritize rest quite a bit more. I'm excited to be having a bit more rest and a bit more time to refuel creatively instead of just constantly pumping out new art, new things. And although I am fighting the anxiety to feel very behind on many things, including a very overdue restock at the Robson and Kitsilano Makers stores, I'm also excited to just kind of be taking things a bit more easily and focusing on some exciting projects that are going on behind the scenes. I'm excited to share March's Patreon illustration here that I just completed with watercolor with honestly absolutely no plan, and I think it turned out really cute. I've been trying to be a bit more spontaneous with my art to have a little bit more fun with it rather than always having to have a really structured plan, which I do enjoy, but I was feeling a bit of art block honestly over the last 2 weeks, and I tried to come up with a couple of ideas of what I wanted to paint, but nothing really stuck and nothing was really inspiring me. So I just decided to sit down with my watercolors this afternoon and just paint whatever felt right, and I think it turned out really cute. I hope you can see it here okay. Got a little matcha, a little cherry blossom, a daffodil with a snail, and of course a little fox character here as well. I feel like it really has some good spring vibes, and I haven't used my Mossery sketchbook in quite a long time. You can still see it has Mayan on it. This is one that they gifted me from our collaboration that we did a couple of years ago, and I love these watercolor sketchbooks. It's the heavyweight paper, cold press 300 I think, but yeah, if you're looking for a sketchbook for watercolor, I highly recommend Mossery. And yeah, this one's got a really cute cover with a little log cabin and some trees. I haven't used it in a while. The painting right before the painting that I just did is this little frog in a boat that I actually did when I was in Italy in 2023. I love how this one turned out too. He's also with watercolor. I had the idea come to me and I painted it outside on the porch outside of Venice, where my partner's family is from. I think he's really cute, but it's crazy that the next one is 3 years later. That's something that's kind of nice about these sketchbooks though, is, you can kind of have like a bit of a time capsule of the different illustrations that you've done. These were for when I first got this book, and I did a little like tutorial reel. The first one was like a little introduction, and then this one, it was Ocha's Tea Shop, and I actually don't usually keep my color swatches, so I'm glad that I did that. But this one was really fun to draw too. This helped me plan out how I was actually gonna illustrate this page in my book, actually. That's wild. This is supposed to be Oliver as a kid with his friend Raccoon and Ocha. So this was the first kind of prototype for designing the current page in the book. That's so cool, actually. I'd forgotten that this was in here. I think I mostly worked with watercolor for these, but this one seems like colored ink as well. You can see here I have my watercolor set. I used to pretty much only work with watercolor when I really started taking illustrating seriously, but now it's funny because I mostly work with colored ink now, but I actually love watercolor. These ones are Holbein watercolors. And then I have another little palette here, which is just kind of the first watercolor palette I ever put together myself, so it's a mix of, I think, this orange is Daniel Smith, I think there's PWC and a couple of other colors there. I've had these for so long. I think I've had the first one since 2018 and then the second one since 2021. I really like the colors they produce. Anyways, I'm not gonna spend too much time chatting in this video. I wanted to show you a bit of the process for this illustration, and I look forward to seeing you guys next month in April with a new video. I am turning 30 next month on April 29th, and I'm gonna try to film a bunch of stuff in April. The last month of my 20s, the last month of being 29, and it was my champagne year last year, so this year has felt quite special. Anyways, I hope you guys will follow along the journey, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I'll talk to you soon, my friends.